The basics of photography. The exposure triangle. Have you ever wondered why your photos don't look professional? It's not about the camera, but how you are using it. In this video, you will learn everything you need to know about the exposure triangle. But what is the exposure triangle? This is the exposure triangle. It represents the way these three camera settings work together to capture the light. These settings are the ISO, the aperture, and the shutter speed. Let's start with the ISO. The ISO is the sensibility of the camera sensor. At a higher ISO, the image will start to show grain, also known as noise. The higher the sensibility, the brighter the photo, but the lower the quality. Next is the aperture. The aperture of the diaphragm determines how much light passes through the lens. This affects the depth of field, which is how much of the background is in focus. The wider the aperture, the brighter the photo, and the more blurred the background. And finally, the shutter speed. The shutter speed regulates how long the shutter allows light to pass, exposing the sensor. This will determine the sharpness or blurriness of a moving subject. The lower the speed, the brighter the photo, but the blurrier the subject. With these concepts in mind, you have to think about, what are you going to photograph? Does it move or not? How much light is there? And how do you want your photo to look? As always, practice is the key to improve, so keep going.